For the next few weeks, we are leaving resale and going into new construction. We will start with a 3-bedroom unit that is actually the lowest price in the whole community. Here's something most buyers on the west side don't realize, and it's the right place to start. Over the past year, a lot of the older resale condos and townhomes around Kapolei have actually softened in price. But the new construction right here has done the opposite. It's held firm and it's even been climbing. New sells, and it sells at a premium. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why buyers are happy to pay it. We're at a community called Kaulu by Gentry in Kapolei on the west side of Oahu. Up to now in this series, we've been touring resale homes all over the island, and we only just made our first stop out here on the west side last time. Today, we shift into something completely different, new construction, and this is where we begin. Now, the reason I wanted to bring you here ties straight back to my clients, the ones this whole series is built around. When they were searching from the mainland, before they ever landed, I'd send them new construction listings out here. And here's the thing that tripped them up. The builder uses the same model home photos for every listing of a given model. So when several units of the same model are for sale at once, every one of those listings shows the exact same pictures. My clients would scroll through 5 or 6 homes and feel like they were staring at the same place over and over. The photos are beautiful, professionally staged, but it is really hard to picture yourself living somewhere when every listing looks identical. After a while, they got worn out by it and just wanted to see something different. And when every option blurs together like that, you slowly stop being able to imagine your real life inside any of them. That's a quiet little tragedy because some of these homes are wonderful, and they were getting written off just for looking the same on a screen. And that is exactly the gap I'm closing with these videos. Yes, I'm walking you through the very same model home the builder uses for those photos, but a video shows you what a still photo simply can't. The flow, the light, how the kitchen opens into the living room where the stairs land, how big a room actually feels when you're standing in it. That's what finally lets you picture which model is right for you. And here's the other reason these are worth saving. Unlike the resale homes we've been touring, where if you blink it's sold, these are models. The builder makes the same floor plans again and again as new phases open, so this video stays useful for a long time. If you're moving to Oahu later this year or next, you can keep coming back, decide which model fits you, and then reach out and I'll tell you what's available and when. Let me show you this one. This model is called Lokahi. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it starts around $685,000. Hold that number because it's doing something important. Lokahi is a second-floor unit. Up the stairs, the kitchen opens right up with a breakfast island and a single sink, and it flows straight into the living room. Off the living area, there's a covered outdoor space with a little built-in nook that works perfectly as a desk or a work-from-home corner. The 3 bedrooms are all on this level. One quick note, the primary here has a standard closet rather than a walk-in, though a couple of the other Kaulu models do have walk-ins. So if that's a must-have, hold tight, I'll show you those. Now let me talk about what comes standard, because this is where new construction quietly wins, especially in Hawaii. Every one of these homes includes solar water heating, a high-efficiency central air conditioning system, spray foam insulation, impact-resistant windows, and a garage that's already wired for an electric vehicle. I want you to really sit with the solar and the efficient air conditioning because this is not a minor perk out here. Hawaii has the highest electricity rates in the entire country, and it is not close. So a home built from day one to use less power, with the sun heating your water and an efficient system cooling your rooms that shows up on your bill every single month for as long as you own it. When people talk about the true cost of owning a home, this is exactly what they mean. The price tag is one number, but what it costs you to actually live there month after month is where new construction pulls ahead and stays ahead. 9-foot ceilings in the living areas and a roof with a 40-year limited warranty. So nothing in this home needs to be repaired, replaced, or worried about because nobody has ever lived in it. Now, let me give you that opening number again, because here's what it's doing. Across Ka'ulu, the typical condo or townhome has been selling right around $716,000. Lokahi starts around 685. So this is the entry point into the entire community, and it is the only way to get 3 bedrooms here at the lowest price. It sits below the Ka'ulu median, not above it. Set that against the older resale condos and townhomes around Kapolei, running closer to 530,000 and softening, and you can see the trade clearly. You pay more for new, but you're buying solar, efficiency, warranties, and a home with zero deferred maintenance, the exact things that cost you later when you buy old. And let me put a finer point on that phrase, cost you later, because it's the part buyers underestimate the most. When you buy into an older condo or townhome building on Oahu, you're also buying a share of that building's aging systems, the plumbing, the roof, the exterior walls. And every so often, those buildings hand their owners a special assessment, a one-time bill, sometimes many thousands of dollars, to re-pipe the building, to repair spalling concrete, or to replace a roof. In a community this new, all of that is years and years down the road, and it's under warranty in the meantime. So new costs more is really only half the sentence. The other half is that older can surprise you with large bills you never saw coming. That peace of mind is a real part of what your money is buying here, and it's a big reason buyers lean toward new construction in the first place. There's one more thing about new construction pricing you need to understand, because it changes how you should shop. The base on Lokahi is around 685, but the units actually listed right now sit a little higher once you add lot premiums and options. That's not pressure, it's just how it works. And it's the best argument there is for figuring out which model you want ahead of time. Let me also flag the help that's available because most buyers never even ask. Right now, the builder is offering a credit toward your closing costs if you use their in-house lender, and on Lokahi specifically, that's been around 4%, a little lower at 3% on the other models. Those numbers move, so confirm the current terms with me or the sales team, but that is real money sitting on the table. And put those pieces together for a second, because it adds up. 3 bedrooms at the lowest price in a new community, plus a credit toward closing, plus an assistance program for those who qualify. For a first-time buyer especially, that combination is one of the more attainable ways into ownership on this side of the island, and a lot of people don't realize it's even an option. There's the timing question too, and it matters if you're on a clock, which military buyers almost always are. Some of these units are finished and ready to close on now, and some are still being built, ready later this year or early next. If you need a home fast, a finished unit is your friend. But if your move is 6 or 9 months out, you can reserve one that's still being built and time it to your arrival, which resale almost never lets you do. Here's a quick number to file away too. Per square foot, Lokahi runs around $630 a foot. Hold that because the largest model, the 2-story, is actually the lowest price per foot of the 3, even though it's the most expensive overall. And the single level one I'm showing you next is the highest. And see the monthly maintenance fee as a feature, not just a cost. It covers the building exterior, the landscaping of the entry park and roadways, and the common area utilities. So a whole list of chores you'd handle yourself on a single family home is just taken care of. To give you a rough idea, on this model, that fee has been running around $439 a month, though it varies from model to model. So double check the exact number before you buy. And if you travel, or you're military and you deploy, that lock it and leave simplicity is worth a great deal. Now I'll be honest with you because it's part of the story. My own clients, in the end, didn't go with new construction. They found a resale that mostly worked just as it was, with all new appliances already in it, and they only wanted to make it a little more their own. Add a dishwasher. Take down the popcorn ceiling on the second floor. Small things. And because we closed on that home site unseen, before they ever set foot on the island, they got to use those first days, before they had to report to work, to settle in and knock out exactly those updates. Here's the part that stuck with me though. During our search, I watched how hard it was for them to picture any of the new construction, scrolling the same photos again and again until none of it felt real anymore. If I'd had videos like these to send them back then, real walkthroughs instead of repeated photos, I think they'd have given new construction a real shot. That's exactly why I'm making them now, for the next buyers who will purchase sight unseen, and honestly for anyone out there who just needs to finally see one of these homes for real. Because new construction is great, most buyers love it, and I think these videos will help someone watching right now decide with a lot more confidence. So that's Lokahi, the 3-bedroom, the entry point into Kaulu, starting around $685,000 and available right now. If it's interesting to you, reach out and I'll walk you through what's open today and what's coming next. And if you're buying from a distance, from the mainland, or on a military move, this is exactly the kind of private, detailed walkthrough I can record for you on any unit, so you're never guessing from a photo again. Over the next couple of videos, I'll show you more of these models, because they really are different and the differences matter depending on how you live. The next one is single level with its own front yard. And here's the surprise, it costs more than this 3-bedroom, and I'll show you exactly why. After the townhomes, we'll look at the single-family homes here in Kaulu, and then head over to another West Side development to compare. So save this one. If you're moving to Oahu or PCSing in, treat these videos as your reference library and come back anytime. If this helps you, let me know in the comments and I'll keep building them out. I'm Oksana with Island Living Oahu. Subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.